The town of Okene in the defunct Ebira division of the old Kwara state in north-central Nigeria awoke on June 18, 1975, just like any other day. Nothing in the omens suggested that a child of destiny was about to enter the world. Everyone went about their daily chores and commercial activities proceeded as usual. For the family of Alhaji Bello Ipemida Ochi, it was a day of expectation as the matriarch of the home had fallen into labor. Soon shouts of joy rent the air as a son was brought into the world. Yahaya, the sixth child of the family, had arrived. Despite losing his father and breadwinner at an early age, Yahaya's mother, Hajia Adoza Ochi, rose to the challenge. She raised all her children through smart work, sheer doggedness, and sincerity, qualities she obviously passed on to Yahaya from his early days.
His Excellency was raised by his mother of blessed memory, of course with the support of his elder sister of blessed memory as well, Hajia Rabi, and of course with the support of his elder brother, Professor Ilyas Ohiani. My mother-in-law of blessed memory, Hajia Awao Ozioho. Mama can best be described as someone who was meek as a dove. She was gentle as a dove, yet her greatest asset was her patience, her resilience, and she was also very courageous. And this combined, coupled with her empathy for humanity in general, helped shape and molded His Excellency into the man you see today.
In 1984, the young Yahaya proceeded to the local government education authority primary school, Agasa, and the journey of educational excellence began. He was made captain of his class in his second year all through to the sixth year when he became head boy. He then moved on to the Agasa Community Secondary School, Anyava Agasa Okene, where he passed his junior secondary school examinations. He completed his senior secondary school education at the Government Secondary School, Suleja, Niger State in 1994. After a diploma program at the Kaduna State Polytechnic in 1995, Yahaya Bello proceeded to the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, where he bagged a degree in accountancy. He capped it up with a master's degree in business administration in 2002.
When we met in Ahmadu Bello University, he came in to join us in 200 level as a direct entry student in accounting. When he came, since the first time he stepped his toe on the shore of the university, we became very close. And since that time to this point, the bond had been very strong.
His Excellency Alhaji Yahaya Bello was my classmate. We both graduated from Ahmadu Bello University Zaria in 1999. I remember those old good days when we were in the school. And in 1997, when they were conducting a NUASA election, and he just came in at the dying minute and he almost won. So he has been an absolute politician from birth. He has been trying his best to ensure that he serves the people and serves humanity.
By 2004, he was a chartered fellow of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria. Yahaya was posted to the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission for his mandatory year in the National Youth Service Corps in 2001.
Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. But we are aiming, because of our background, we are aiming to serve in CBN. Say no, that this place is better. It's better because we have somebody that is going to assist us.
His high work ethic and resourcefulness earned him a job at the completion of the exercise, and he went on to distinguish himself.
In 2001, as we are finishing our youth service, because of his commitment, because of his contribution to the commission, because he was in research and statistics, PRS, then I was in the allocation department. Because of his contribution, because he stood among all the youth corpers that were sent to the commission, so he was recommended for retention. So at that time, I was already going to Lagos to join my uncle, who was a board member with Nigerian Port Authority. So he was already working and with the commission for his retainership. Then I was already on my way to Lagos for an interview. So as I was receiving my appointment letter, the same moment he was receiving the appointment letter in the commission.
His dedication and aptitude earned him rapid promotion within a short period, and he was transferred to the Makurdi branch to head the accounts department.
I was employed as accountant 2 then, as a young accountant, and he too was employed as accountant 2 with Revenue Mobilization and Allocation Fiscal Commission. So he was posted to Makurdi, and I was retained back in Lagos.
He rose steadily to the position of Assistant Chief Accountant before he resigned voluntarily to pursue his interests in the private sector. He successfully created an investment portfolio which cuts across oil and gas, banking, transportation, agro-allied business, and real estate. His business interests have created hundreds of jobs for youths in Kogi State and other parts of Nigeria. For the young Yahaya Adoza Bello, a world free of conflict and war is possible. For one who was drunk from the well of wisdom of Mahatma Gandhi, Mao Zedong, Lee Kuan Yew, Nelson Mandela, and of course, Muhammadu Buhari, this is no surprise. He believes that a world free of racism and war is possible, one in which love and selfless service would be the order of the day.
The best daddy and husband in the whole world. A very dogged politician. A great man of the people. A philanthropist. He is a wonderful man. When I say wonderful, not just to us as family, by extension to everybody that are close or far away from us. So he's a great guy. Very, very wonderful man.
His Excellency is life to me. He's my father, my mother, my husband, my boyfriend, and a guardian angel to me.
Yahaya Bello displayed political shrewdness when he teamed up with a group of progressive young men and women to form a network known as Kogi Youth Arise Group. This platform mobilized youths from every ward in the state to support the candidature of Muhammadu Buhari in the 2015 presidential election. He also sought the ticket of the All Progressives Congress in the 2015 governorship race and came second behind the late former governor Prince Abubakar Audu in the primaries. The unfortunate demise of Prince Audu just before the announcement of the governorship election result thrust the mantle of leadership in Kogi State upon his young shoulders. He became the elected governor of Kogi State just before his 40th birthday, making him one of the youngest ever governors in Nigeria's democratic history. Yahaya Adoza Bello's emergence as governor of Kogi State is one that inspires great hope that competent, effective, and sincere leadership can come forth in Nigeria and birth the much desired growth, progress, and prosperity. Indeed, the prospect of a prosperous Nigeria under the leadership of GYB, Governor Yahaya Bello, can clearly be seen in the peace and progress Kogi State is witnessing under his watch.
We're back now.
We can't hear you, host.
Oh, sorry. My mic was off all this while. Oh, God. Sorry. Sorry about that. So as I was, what I was saying all through is, well, what you just watched was a little documentary on His Excellency, Yahaya Bello. Basically like a small biography of his personality, how he came to be, how he was formed. And you saw our mummies, they came on and said some nice things about him. And yes,
Okay.
and we are also here to say nice things about him. We are here to flatter you guys. We are here to give you guys facts. Because a lot of people just sit down there and hear from neighbors or they don't even know him, but you are just hating him. You just don't like him. You keep asking, what has he done, Seth? So I'm here with some brothers, and we are going to bring sisters on later on. But for now, let's do with the brothers that we have. We'll be telling you guys why we feel he's the best person to take Nigeria out of the difficulties we are facing right now. Yes, we know the current administration is doing their best. We can't strike them out. They are doing their best. We'll give it to them. But their time is definitely going to pass, and we are going to need someone to take over the mantle of leadership. And we feel His Excellency is the right person for this. So, Mr. Anthony, I'll hand over the baton to you. You take it up from
Hmm.
here.
Okay. Am I going to be moderating, or I should speak on the particular
Please
issue you
moderate.
just brought up?
Please moderate.
Ah,
Moderate. Moderate, bro. Moderate.
okay. Taking it up from where Randy stopped, we have some persons on the show today, and they will also be talking about the person of Governor Yahaya Bello, because the persons on this particular live program I'm saying, they have in one way or the other benefited from the person of Governor Yahaya Bello. To start with, I'll first of all talk about the person of Yahaya Bello and why he remains the best candidate for Nigeria's presidency come 2023. On a very, very personal ground, Governor Yahaya Bello is about one of the nicest person you will ever meet. Contrary to what the media has tried to paint him, if you don't have a close relationship, if you don't know Governor Yahaya Bello, you easily be swayed by by what the media had painted about him before. Governor Yahaya Bello is a very simple person who doesn't care about anyone's tribe, religion, or gender, or anything. He doesn't care about all that sentiments. If Governor Yahaya Bello wants to work with you, he will work with you. That is one thing I like about his person, and that is one thing that best qualifies him as president of Nigeria come 2023. Nigeria is presently suffering from a lot of division that has to do with ethnic differences, religious differences, tribal, and all that. Governor Yahaya Bello has been able to handle this particular problem in Kogi State perfectly well, and we know that he's going to reciprocate that when he becomes president of Nigeria. Kogi State is a microcosm of Nigeria. We have different tribes, different religions. Everybody, we are all here. We have really suffered a lot of ethnic and religious war in the past. And the coming of Governor Yahaya Bello has really brought those things to zero level. You have the deputy governor of Kogi State. We have the SSG, a woman. We have a speechwriter, a Christian Igbo person from the southeast. We have so many appointees in this Kogi state government coming from different places in Nigeria, and not just different places, different tribes. My own appointment as a technical assistant to Governor Yahaya Bello, I didn't know him from anywhere. In fact, when I was appointed by him, people thought that um, I was I'm a son of a minister, son of a senator, or son of somebody, but I'm not a son of anyone like that. And Governor Yahaya Bello gave me the opportunity to serve because he saw what I was bringing on board. That is the person of Governor Yahaya Bello, and that is what makes him perfect for Nigeria's presidency come 2023. Then, if you have to talk about the present situation in Nigeria now, aside ethnic and religious differences that is causing a lot of trouble, causing all this um, division that we are talking about, we are faced with a lot of security problems right now in Nigeria. And taking Kogi as an example, Governor Yahaya Bello has handled security problem in Kogi State to the best level in Nigeria right now. Kogi is the most secure state in northern Nigeria, all thanks to Governor Yahaya Bello. We have seen how he has reduced kidnapping, armed robbery from a very, very high level in 2016 to a very, very minimal level right now in Kogi State. Kogi is the safest state right now in Nigeria. We believe Governor Yahaya Bello will do that when he becomes um, president of Nigeria come 2023. If you talk about other sectors like education, agriculture, youth involvement in politics, every sector of the state has been touched positively by Governor Yahaya Bello, and this really, really qualifies him to become president of Nigeria. The state IGR also has been boosted by over 350% with the coming of Governor Yahaya Bello. He will do all this when he becomes president of Nigeria. I think on a personal ground, that's one major reason I really like his person, and I feel he's the best person for the presidency. Thank you very much. I'll give it up to Bilal now to tell us what he knows about Governor Yahaya Bello and what makes him feel Governor Yahaya Bello is the best person for Nigeria's presidency. Thank you very much.
Uh, Anthony, sorry, Bilal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dauda
Dauda
Bilal, it's
Bilal,
up to
it's
you to
up to
tell
you to
us
tell us
what you know about
what you
Governor
know about
Yahaya
Governor
Bello and
Yahaya
what
Bello and what.
qualifies him as best president, best candidate for Nigeria's presidency 2023. Can you hear me? Dauda?
Dauda? Okay, it seems he's having network issues. Um,
Okay.
okay, okay, he's here.
Why
He's
we
here.
try
Why we
to
try to? He's here now.
okay.
Okay. Dauda, you're up. Seems he's having some
Okay.
network issues. Okay,
We'll try to
we'll
fix
try to
that.
fix
And
that.
before
And
that,
yeah,
I think
before
we'll
that,
give
I
it to
think we'll give it
Baba.
to Baba.
Baba Bale
Baba Bali
Motilewa.
Mutilewa.
He can tell
He can
us
tell us
something very
something very
shortly about
shortly about
Governor Yahaya
Governor.
Bello. I know he has benefited something from the person of Governor Yahaya Bello, even without having a personal relationship with him. I don't know. Um, Babagbale Motilewa, can you tell us something
Hello,
about Governor
can
Yahaya
you hear me?
Bello and what makes him the best candidate for Nigeria's presidency? Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think the first time I ever met him was in 2017. We went as a group of medical students from Kogi State University then. We're having issues. Sincerely, Ba, We never thought we were going to have any hope of even seeing the governor. But when the governor came and we spoke to him, he was impressed by the young individuals that Kogi State was having. And that day, he just looked at us and told us he was going to give us scholarship. He was just meeting this set of people for the very first time. And he gave us scholarship. Like that thing was mind blowing. He was impressed with the fact that Kogi State was having brilliant set of individuals and youths could actually lead the nation. That incident alone made me just believe that yes, this is a man that Nigeria needs to lead the nation. I think I'll be passing the phone back to Edogo Anthony to complete the discussion.
Talking about a scholarship that was given to medical students who were stranded before the coming of Governor Yahaya Bello. That was in 2017. And the medical students were put on a scholarship, and Governor Yahaya Bello paid their scholarship fees and transfer fees, school fees, and everything, running into millions of
Yes, good
naira for
afternoon,
each
everyone.
student. That is what he's talking about. He's a beneficiary of that particular gesture by Governor Yahaya Bello. And ever since, he has been on scholarship by the Kogi state government, all thanks to Governor Yahaya Bello. So, Dauda, you can now tell us something about Governor Yahaya Bello and why you feel is the best person for Nigeria's presidency.
Okay. Yeah, you're good to go.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Under your sound, we can't really hear you.
Dauda, we can't
Good
hear
afternoon,
you.
everyone. Name
Yes, good afternoon.
is Dauda.
Wow. This is going to be a challenge.
Can you hear me now, please?
Yeah, it's better.
Yes,
It's a lot
yes.
better now.
If you can get me. Hello.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
We're hearing
Just
you
go
now.
on.
Okay. Probably he's having some network issues. Okay, we heard that cough. We heard that cough. Okay, try. You can talk. Talk. No, you can talk. Wow. All right. Since we're having these little hitches, so now let me say my own reason why I feel he's like the best person for us in this country. You know, there is something that has been happening a lot, and many people don't really seem to notice it. But you know when we had this COVID thing, most people misunderstood him. You get, most people were saying, "Oh, he's saying there's no COVID, blah 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 blah," but that was not what he's saying. Even the period when he was talking about the vaccine, when they say shine your eye, it doesn't mean don't go and do it. So I don't know. I like the fact that he tried to understand the problem before going to face it head on. unlike all the copy and paste that we have been seeing over the world, because they are doing lockdown abroad, you also rush to go and do lockdown. Lockdown instead made things worse for us. It made things terrible for us. And in Kogi State, there was no lockdown, and you can see that, well, they have been doing fine. Yes, we know once in a while there will be some price hikes, but those things are bound to happen. They happen everywhere. They happen everywhere. But life went on in Kogi as usual, and no big deal. And you can't expect the people there to shut everything down because Abuja is shutting down, or Lagos is shutting down, or Port Harcourt is shutting down. You know, so he has this pragmatic way of facing issues. He understands the problems and gets tailor-made solutions. Those tailor-made solutions are what we need in Nigeria now. We need to stop copying what is happening in the West and applying to ourselves. It's not going to help us in any way. We need to understand that we are a different people. We are not the same as them. What they have on ground, for their system works for them. It doesn't mean it works for us. We don't really have what they have. So I don't see why we keep copying what they have. Or they have their own health system which works for them. Our own health system is not that good. That's why when His Excellency said, instead of going to spend money to buy vaccines, why not invest this money in why not invest this money in our health sector? It would have gone a long way, and that's like a long-term thing. Because if we invest in our health sector, it's going to help us today, it's going to help us tomorrow, and it's going to help us forever. Instead of vaccines that we'll take today and then, okay, everybody will just chill. And I can assure you that vaccine has not gone up to 10% of the population. I don't know, but I will check. A lot of people haven't taken, me personally, I'm not taking the vaccine. I'm not saying people should not take, if you want to take, go and take. But for me, I don't see the point. I believe I'm good to go. So, like, my point is, at least we should get leaders that understand what's going on. Not just leaders who will just watch TV. Okay, they did this here, let us do the same thing here. It seems I've spoken too much. Mr. Dauda, are you good to go now? It seems you're having some network issues. And Mr. Idoko, welcome. We have missed you. So Mr. Dauda, are you good to go? Okay, Mr. Idoko, you can take it off. If Mr. Dauda is not good to go, it seems he's still having network issues. Guys, they're looking at me. Mr. Idoko, Mr. Dauda, say something. Hello. Okay. In the absence of, anyway, Mr. Baba, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I'm good to go.
Yeah, good. Okay, you have something to add.
Yes, I'm good to go. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just asking, do you have something to add? Do you have anything to add?
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone.
I currently have nothing to add.
Okay. So maybe at this juncture we might just end the broadcast for today. So till next time, we might not have the same faces, but
I want to be sure hear me before I continue. Good afternoon, everyone.
okay, Mr. Dauda, you can say what you want to say. Okay, we'll listen to you.
But my name is Hello.
Sorry? Yes, I can hear you. Hello? For all of those who are saying they want to participate in the program, kindly send a DM to any of the pages you're watching from, be it from the governor's page or from his wife's page, or anywhere you're watching from. Just send us a message, and we would arrange for you to take part in the next show. We do this often. We don't have a standard procedure yet of how it's done, but we at least we will drop a notification at least one day before the show kicks off. Mr. Dawuda, your network is not letting us hear you, man. That's not really happening. So I don't know. Or is it any better now? Let's give you one last trial. Let's
Not
see.
everyone.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right. Good afternoon, bro. You have the floor. So now that you can talk, I'm listening to you. Oh, it seems like it's lagging. Guys, sorry for the funny noises. It seems like
Can you
it's
mute?
lagging
Can you mute his camera? His
Yeah, I've done
microphone?
that. I've done that. It seems it's lagging for him, so he's not getting it real time. So it seems like when we talk, he hears later on, like much later on. I don't know. Maybe he's using Glow. Sorry.
Okay, why don't we let him prepare for another time since he's having
I think
technical issues?
that's what we are going to do. So before we go, we can't leave you guys with that. I need to leave you guys with something nice and spicy for you to enjoy while you're before we anyway. We have more documentaries we will air with time. We have a lot to show you guys, the good job that His Excellency has been doing. You know what you will not find out there, but we are here to give it to you guys, make you guys understand that he's not all talk and no action. You know, there is just a lot going on, and most people will not get to see it or say it for what it is. We will do that for you guys. That we can guarantee you. So before we go, let me leave this video on security in Kogi State. We will talk about it on another day, but let me leave it with you guys. So till next time.
In the spring of the year 2014, a 95-year-old mother and grandmother was kidnapped. Her family was contacted by the kidnappers for ransom to be paid. They were distraught. For days, the cloud stayed with them with no certainty as to the release of their mother. 93 days later, she was released by the kidnappers, but the damage of the trauma had been done. The youngest child of the old woman swore in that moment that whenever opportunity presented itself, he would fight insecurity with the brute of a gladiator and wisdom of a Greek. That old woman was Alhaji Yahaya Adoza Bello, and that young man was Governor Yahaya Bello. 2 years later, in 2016, Yahaya Bello became governor of Kogi State in the most divine way, an opportunity to fulfill his promise. Now, we take you on a journey through 5 years of fulfilling that promise. Kogi Kogi State borders 10 states, including the FCD, with a population of 3.5 million people. Its capital city, Lokoja, plays home to the confluence of the famed rivers Niger and Benue. The geography of the state puts it in a position as a connecting state between the northern and southern parts of the country.
Kogi State has been termed the confluence state because of the unique advantage of having the two great rivers, Niger and Benue, meet in Lokoja.
But far from the good it presented, it spells danger for the state as it made it prone to a myriad of criminal activities. Chief amongst the criminal activities as of 2015 was armed robbery. It is recorded that between 2011 and 2015, there were 16 successful bank robberies in Kogi State. The armed robbers were on a rampage and banks were their cash boxes.
Highway robbery, bank robberies were the norm and order of the day.
So bad that at some point, banks all over the state closed work at 12 p.m. daily.
The banks were closing at work 12 o'clock because if it would be a big risk for any bank to open beyond 1 o'clock.
Armed robbers were having a field day unchecked.
Armed robbery was issued on ground that time.
From 2015, the crime dynamics tilted away from armed robbery to kidnapping. Being a connecting state, Kogi soon became a kidnap hub. Commuters were no longer safe as the rampage continued. The Lokoja-Obajana Highway, Okene-Kaba, Itobe-Tuade, Lokoja-Gegu, Chikara, up to Abuja, which were armed robbery hotspots, became kidnapping hotspots as well.
Kidnapping was a kind of what took over.
And thus, the heat only got hotter. The change in the crime dynamics was a result of the strict implementation of the central bank's cashless policy in 2014. People no longer traveled with cash, so robbing them was a loss and criminals changed gradually from robbery to kidnapping for ransom. Kogites were not safe and commuters traveled the state with prayers in their mouths, fear in their hearts and eyes popped open. Between January 2015 and July 2016, there were over 167 recorded kidnap cases within the state. So bad was it that Kogi State was named the kidnap capital of Nigeria, and in 2015, the US Embassy issued a statement that warned its citizens against visiting or traveling through Kogi State.
US Embassy in Abuja issued statement in 2015 for citizens not to cross Kogi State, not to come to Kogi State. The same thing with the United Kingdom and some other countries. Reason was Kogi became the center, headquarters of kidnapping, terrorism, and you had a lot of communal classes in Kogi.
Another point of insecurity in the state was disunity amongst the various tribes. Now, being a state with three major tribes, Igala, Ibuel, Okun, and other minority tribes, Kogi State had a basket full of communal clashes spotted across the state. Also, with a record of electoral violence, thuggery and cultism was on a high. The state was notorious for being a hatch nest for Boko Haram insurgents with a lab for the production of IEDs. In fact, Okene was used as the primary base for the sect to draft their nefarious activities.
There's a scenario in Kogi where a particular church, Deeper Life Church in Okene, was attacked and over 18 lives gone. In Kogi State, in Kogi Central, we have ISWAP, bomb making factory, because of the forestry terrain.
This went on for years before Governor Yahaya Bello's administration's forthright leadership came in to rescue the state from the hands of the terrorists. As noted in his swearing-in speech on 27th of January 2016, it was obvious to all and sundry that the young governor was coming on board geared up with a design modality that will rid Kogi State of insecurity, together with a collaborative effort of all the heads of the security agencies in the state. Over the last 61 months, security of lives and properties has been the area in which the administration made the quickest recovery and most measurable progress. The trend of kidnap cases dropped drastically from July 2016 to a few isolated incidents of kidnapping recorded. But what did the governor do to achieve such results? The first point of action was to synergize the various security agencies in the state. The next was the creation of Operation Total Freedom, the OTF, in September 2016 with participants from the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Police Force, DSS, and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. The outfit started with 300 personnel deployed across the state, but currently has over 545 men deployed all over the state for 24-hour patrol. This is one area of the government's policy in 2016 that has brought relative peace to the state. Operation Total Freedom currently has 8 sectors all over the state. The relevant logistics supports to perform their duties effectively were provided by the government, including 150 vehicles and allowances for the troops. The governor further pushed for the Nigerian Navy in collaboration with the Defense Intelligence Agency, the DIA, to deploy Special Boat Servicemen, SBS, to the state, as well as the Inspector General of Police, who also deployed special forces to Kogi State. Now, understanding that all crimes are first local and should be dealt with in this regard, the governor saw to the recruitment of over 3,000 young Kogites into the state's vigilante service. They were trained rigorously at the state capital, and the government further distributed 260 motorcycles and provided 10 Hilux vehicles to ease their operations. Local hunters were also inducted into the service of apprehending criminals, as they are much more used to the bush and forest terrains. The New Direction Administration, under the leadership of Governor Yahaya Bello, constructed a forward operating base in Okene local government area for the Nigerian Army. The facility consists of fabricated buildings for officers and men, items of furniture, cafeteria, prefabricated perimeter fencing, sentry towers, armory, solar system, water storage tank, landscaping, and other ancillaries. Sprouting incidents of clashes between Fulani herdsmen and host communities in the state was nipped right in the bud by the proactiveness of the governor through quick interventions and dialogue in most cases. Relevant stakeholders were engaged to ensure continued peaceful coexistence with the Fulanis. The subtle rise of the Boko Haram sect in the state, as mentioned earlier in the Central Senatorial District of the state, was swiftly cut out by the governor.
This is the end of the road for criminals within Kogi State and those that are sponsoring them from outside and within Kogi State. If you give birth to a child, train that child.
There was the building of terrorist cells around Kogi Central. This His Excellency, working with the security agencies, nipped in the bud.
The sect had established base as far back as 2011 in the state and was growing, serving as a bomb distribution act for the sect in other parts of the state. But within 14 months in office, Governor Yahaya Bello pulled his weight behind the security forces and ensured the total annihilation of the sect with no compromise. It was quick, it was smart, and it was a sweep. Understanding the key role of technology and innovation in tackling insecurity, the government launched the VGS Quick Emergency Reporting Response System, a web-based dispatch software solution that is able to receive alerts and distress calls from individual users with VGS Mobile Reporter app on their cell phones and transmit to the command headquarters. The two centers located at Operation Total Freedom Headquarters and the Kogi State Command Headquarters are manned by trained personnel for quick response to distress calls. Several security vehicles for security agencies in the state were installed with responders to enable them respond to immediate distress calls. A total of 10,000 mobile apps on phones were made available for people to swap and report incidents to the centers. The governor also put in place a policy for the demolition of criminal houses and properties acquired from proceeds of crimes, especially kidnapping. The state government observed that criminals operate easily on bad roads, especially where there are potholes. Accordingly, it carried out a series of road repairs within the state, including federal roads. Bushes along major roads were equally cleared, covering a distance of about 20 to 25 meters away to ensure that criminals do not hide and cause havoc on innocent motorists. This decision has been commended by several states of the Federation. It is also yielding results as it has contributed immensely in no small measure at reducing kidnapping. From being known as the kidnap capital of Nigeria, today, in just 5 years, Kogi State under Governor Yahaya Bello's administration is recorded as the safest state in the north and one of the safest states in Nigeria. For his strides in securing Kogi State, Governor Yahaya Bello has received bags of awards from security agencies. In 2017, he was awarded the most security-conscious governor in Nigeria by the Nigerian Police Force. He also won the Man of the Year on Security Matters Award in the same year and the Nigerian Air Force Combat Sports Medal. In 2021, he received the Buffalo Battalion Award of Recognition. And also the Institute of Security and Strategic Studies vested Yahaya Bello as a Fellow of the Institute and awarded him Security Personality of the Year.
I must appreciate the contribution of the vibrant young governor of Kogi State, who detests crime and have always been rendering helping hands to nip crime not only in his state but across the country at large. I doff my hat for Governor Yahaya Bello, the support the special forces have been receiving from him, if all governors could emulate. In terms of providing strategic information, I think the peace we have been yearning for will soon be close to us.